Hey, what's good, YouTube? So today I'm bringing you my post-ban list Malice deck profile. Now, if you're anything like me and you've got that competitive itch, then you're probably drawn to Malice because it's one of the top decks in the game. I picked up the Malice deck like 2 weeks ago and put in the order for all of my cards. I still haven't even received all of them yet, but as you know, the deck's already been hit really hard. 3 starters gone, 4 overpowered hand traps, poof, gone. RIP Shifter, you will be missed. Though the will to win is still there, I still have high hopes for this deck. And yeah, I am making these videos doing a lot of budget decks. However, there's still that fire inside of me, and honestly, and if you have that same desire as I do, then I hope you enjoy this video as I go into what I feel is going to be the future of Malice. So let's just get straight into the deck profile. So we have 2 Maliss Dormouse. With the ban list being hit, obviously we can only run 2 of them. It is still your main starter of the deck. Then we got 2 Maliss White Rabbit. We are playing 3 Chessy Cat. You do want to have as many names as possible. And with the 2 hits, I feel like it's gross, it's ugly, I do not like it. But we are playing 2 Cynet Mining. Having to discard a card and just get ashed, it does hurt. But again, we lost 2 names, so we're bringing 2 Cynet Minings into the deck, not running 3. Then we have 2 Malice Underground. And to make up for the 3rd one missing, being Kit, we have Terraforming. Then for consistency, we have 2 Allure of Darkness and 1 Gold Sarcophagus. So Gold Sarcophagus is another starter technically. It pretty much works the same as the field spell. I feel like having 2 Allure for this specific build, less dark monsters, is good because you don't really want to use Allure and draw into another one, very similar to Pot of Desires. Then we got the 3 trap cards, still running 1 of each. Then one of the main reasons I did want to run this deck, I feel like I've never really had a deck that could utilize Dimension Shifter, and finally when I did get one, of course, he does get banned, or at least limited to 1. 1 Bystial Magnamhut, 3 Baldrakes, and I am missing the Druiswurm. I ordered it a few weeks ago. However, I'm not sure if you guys have better luck than I do, but the TCG Player Seller, I did buy the playset of, unfortunately bought the playset. They were around probably $10 a copy a few weeks ago when I did buy them. The cards still haven't been delivered, so I am waiting. Then to finish up the deck, we have hand traps. We have 3 Drone Lockbird, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Nibs, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 3 Ultimate Slayers. So I am also planning to run Metatronus in the deck. However, again, I was waiting for the reprints, and with the card being $6 to $10 when I was purchasing everything, I know it's probably going to be turning, it is most likely going to turn from a $6 to $10 card to definitely under $1. Then to finish the deck, we just have Triple Tack and Called by the Grave, just because more than likely your opponent is going to hand trap you. And we are not running Molt Charmies in this specific version, again, waiting for the reprints. So running Called by is definitely needed. Now going into the extra deck, we have 1 White Binder, 1 Cryptor, and 1 Red Ransom. So these cards still stay the same. So obviously losing the Link 1 Cybers monster was a huge hit. However, technically still have all of the Malice cards and can still do the Malice stuff. With that in mind, I do think a lot more people are going to be going into IP/SP Little Knight. And again, there is support coming next month, so the deck definitely is going to be going from a tier 2, possibly even less as for this whole month, back to tier 1 next month for sure. Then we still have the Firewall, Haggard, Splash Maze, just typical cards that the deck utilizes. Accesscode, it is a Cybers deck. Ling Garibo. If you watch old Malice stuff, you would recognize this guy. I did toss Neo Tempest back in just because I am trying to see what the deck can end on. He's still not technically a bad boss monster at all, having the different versions of negates, and plus since we're running Ultimate Slayer, they're in there anyways in case you don't draw Ultimate Slayer. Speaking of Ultimate Slayer, we also are running the Fusion and the Trap Brigade card. But yeah, so that's my deck profile at the moment. Again, missing the Druiswurm, and I'm also missing the Bowel. I don't know how a Bowel is going to work in this deck, honestly. I guess it can bring back SP Little Knight. However, with the previous combos that I was learning, you obviously use a Bowel to get Nightmare Griffin back on the board. So I'm not sure where a Bowel is going to fit or what a Bowel's role is going to be in the future. But for now, these are the 15 cards I do have. Again, also might be adding, once we get Metatronus, adding the Rhizio Detonator to the extra deck as well. But yeah, so I think that's it for the deck profile. Let's go ahead and do a test hand and see what exactly a test hand would look like. So I'm going to finish up shuffling the deck. Again, main deck is pretty much going to be the same as what I end up running. Might just be testing out the Allure and Cynet Mining ratios to see if I even want either of them inside of the deck. Might even just do like a Pot of Prosperity instead. I do not like going -1 with the Cynet Mining if they do ash you. It just really hurts. Let's finish up shuffling. Cut the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good chance to show Cynet Mining. Pretty much our only starter. I guess we could normal summon Chessy Cat. I guess we would banish Chessy Cat to draw 2. Let's see, what would we do? Get yeah, and then Chessy Cat would obviously come back, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and just show you if we did do Cynet Mining. Might as well just discard, I guess, the Chessy Cat. Dormouse, normal summon Dormouse, activate her effect to banish from the deck. So we banish our white rabbit. Since she was banished, she can go ahead and we lose 300 life points. She special summons herself. Activate her effect to set a TB11 from the deck to our field. So now we can go ahead and link these two off to go into Haggard Lizardos. Activate Haggard Lizardos to banish our Maliss Dormouse. She then pays 300 life points, comes back again. From here, we can either go into White Binder or we can do Red Ransom. I'm just gonna go ahead and do Red Ransom just because that was the combo lines I was doing before. Honestly, I am just freestyling this. I have no idea where this is going to end up. Now activate our Red Ransom to add the field spell. So we get the field spell. Obviously, you can tell too that if this deck is a lot more susceptible to hand traps with the hits. Now we can go ahead and activate the field spell. Field spell is going to banish from the deck. We can banish our other Chessy Cat. Chessy Cat gets banished. Pay another 300 life points. She can go ahead and special summon herself. Activate her effect to banish our Chessy Cat from the hand. Draw 2. Ash Blossom and okay, Bystial Magnamhut. So we got 4 cards in hand, really good cards actually going second. So now we can go ahead and activate our TB11, banishing our Red Ransom to special summon from the deck, special summon our other White Rabbit. So now since Red Ransom was banished, we can pay 900 life points and then special summon herself back. So she gets back. We now have 3 monsters on the field. If we were running the Dotscaper, now would be the good time to banish Dotscaper. Would extend a bit more. Now that I am actually doing the test hand, I am thinking I'm probably just going to go ahead and add Dotscaper back to the list. Just because, again, this deck hard needs some extenders. But yeah, I would say now would be a great time to have Dotscaper in the deck. So she gets summoned back. We lose 900 life points. We now have no more monsters to banish. Usually we'd have the Link 1 Cyberse to kind of extend it a little bit, but we do not have that now. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go into our White Binder. We can banish up to 3 cards from either graveyard, something you want to remember. At this point, I feel like there's really nothing we need to banish. I guess we can just do TB11, 1 White Rabbit, and 1 Chessy Cat, just because we still have other ones already in the graveyard anyways. But yeah, so we banish 3, activate her effect to get us a trap card. We then get our GWC, set it to our field. We can now activate our GWC to banish our White Binder, special summon our Red Ransom. Then we gain 2,300 life points. So in case you didn't know, it seems like we're losing a lot of life points if you're ever in game 2 or game 3 and you're looking at the clock or try not to lose the time. It also gains life points. So even though you're losing 300, 900, you also gain a lot of times since you're bringing back the Link 3s, over 2,000 when you do activate the GWC. So something to keep in mind. And since White Binder was banished, we get to activate her effect and bring her back. So she gets special summoned and we get to draw a card. Let me shuffle the deck up. So we get to draw a card. We get Allure of Darkness. We do have the Bystial in hand if we did want to activate. Go ahead and activate Allure to draw 2. Infinite Impermanence and another Bystial. So this is good. I feel like we can just go ahead and banish this since we'd probably just be grabbing Baldrake anyways. So we drew 3 times with Binder and with Chessy Cat, with now we have 5 cards in hand, a graveyard full of cards, and not much else at the moment. So we do have obviously Ash, Droll, Infinite Impermanence, and Bystial, and then Ultimate Slayer if we did survive. So from here, there's really not much else to do. I feel like, again, if we did have the Dotscaper, we could have created another monster, kind of going to the Heart Cryptor. I'm trying to figure out, again, very new to this deck. Honestly, the first time doing test hands in person. Usually I have been playing just online. Really not too sure what to do. Far from an expert on this deck, literally just learning the deck. But I feel like we could extend if we had the Dotscaper to go into the Banish. We'd also have the Baldrake if we did have the Heart Cryptor. Say we had the Dotscaper on board, go into the Heart Cryptor, special summon the Baldrake as well, use the Heart Cryptor's Banish, then we could bounce the Heart Cryptor and then do another Banish, plus having 4 other additional cards in our hand. We can actually just go ahead and do the Baldrake now, special summon itself, but then we'd have to use it to go into the Heart Cryptor to just get a bounce. I'm actually thinking the best thing, honestly, might be just to go ahead and do the SP Little Knight. Yeah, so at this point, I honestly could be dead wrong, just linking these 2 off, putting the Infinite Impermanence down. We have Droll, so we have the Banish with SP Little Knight, negate, we have Droll, Ash in hand, Ultimate Slayer in case we survive. Then during their turn, we can go ahead and activate Baldrake's effect anytime when you feel is optimal, banishing the White Binder from our graveyard, special summoning the White Binder. Then when White Binder comes, you can banish 3 cards, hopefully from their graveyard, at least 1 or 2, or you can go ahead and do yours as well. We also get the draw, so we would draw 1, we get called by the grave. Activate White Binder's effect as well to banish. We'd go ahead and banish the Red Ransom. So then we would go ahead and banish 3, we'd banish Red Ransom, White Rabbit, and then possibly 1 from their graveyard as well. Then activate their effects, lose 900, lose 300, special summon our Red Ransom, special summon our White Rabbit, activate White Rabbit's effect to set a trap card, so that we get our other banish with the MTP07. Also get to add our field spell for the next turn as well. So we get Malice and Underground, and then possibly, hopefully, banished 1 of their cards. So we have follow-up for the next turn, called by for the next turn as well, Ultimate Slayer for the next turn, and then we have Droll if they add anything. We can also stop it with Ash. We still have the Infinite Impermanence down here, and we also have the Banish and the Banish, and then we can also bounce 1 of these cards and banish another card. Honestly, still pretty strong. And again, this is coming from a complete dumbass. So with that in mind, I think that's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you guys in the next video.